The story of Napoleon, the brave leader. Once upon a time, in a small island called Corsica, a boy named Napoleon Bonaparte was born. He was born on August 15, 1769. Napoleon was a happy boy who loved to play with his friends. He liked to read books and learn about great leaders. Napoleon wanted to be a leader, too. When Napoleon was a little older, he went to a special school in France. The school was for smart boys who wanted to become soldiers. Napoleon studied very hard. He learned about history, math, and how to be a good leader. He liked to draw maps and imagine great battles. One day, when he was a young man, the King of France needed help. There were many problems in the country. People were not happy. They wanted food and freedom. Napoleon thought this was a good chance to help. He decided to become a soldier and help his country. Napoleon became a very brave soldier. He fought in many battles. He was clever and always thought of new ways to win. One day, he led his soldiers up a mountain to surprise the enemy. They won the battle, and everyone cheered for Napoleon. Soon, Napoleon became famous. The people loved him because he fought for them. He wanted to make France a better place. In 1799, he became the leader of France. He was very happy. He wanted to make sure everyone had enough food and a good life. As the leader, Napoleon made many changes. He built new schools and roads. He wanted to help people learn and travel easily. He also created a fair set of laws. This was called the Napoleonic Code. The laws helped people be treated fairly and equally. But not everyone liked Napoleon. Some kings and queens from other countries were scared of him. They thought he was too powerful. They wanted to stop him, so they joined together and made a big army to fight against him. Napoleon was not afraid. He gathered his own army and prepared for battle. He believed he could win. He trained his soldiers and made plans. He told them, "We can do this together. Let's fight for our country." The battles were tough. Sometimes Napoleon won, and sometimes he lost. But he always tried his best. He was known for his bravery and cleverness in battle. The people believed in him and followed him. In 1805, there was a famous battle called the Battle of Austerlitz. It was one of Napoleon's greatest victories. He surprised his enemies and won the battle. Everyone cheered for him. Napoleon became the Emperor of France. This was a very important title. It meant he was the king and leader of all of France. But with power came challenges. Napoleon wanted to expand his empire and make France bigger. He fought many more battles across Europe. Sometimes he won, but other times he faced strong enemies. The kings and queens of Europe worked together to stop him. In 1812, Napoleon made a big mistake. He decided to invade Russia. The winter in Russia was very cold and harsh. Many of his soldiers did not have enough warm clothes or food. It was a tough journey, and many soldiers got sick. Eventually, Napoleon had to retreat, which means he had to go back home. This was a big loss for him. After some time, the other countries banded together against Napoleon. In 1814, they defeated him and sent him away to a small island called Elba. Napoleon was sad but still dreamed of returning to France. A year later, he escaped from Elba and returned to France. The people welcomed him back with open arms. Napoleon was excited to be back. He quickly gathered an army and prepared to fight again. But the other countries were ready, too. In 1815, there was a big battle called the Battle of Waterloo. This time, Napoleon lost. His enemies were very strong. After the battle, they sent him to another island called St. Helena, far away from France. There, Napoleon lived for the rest of his life. He spent his days thinking about his dreams and writing his story. Napoleon died on May 5, 1821. Even though he made mistakes, he is remembered as a brave leader who changed France. He showed everyone that with hard work, you can achieve great things, but also that you should be careful with power. Today, people study Napoleon's life and lessons in history. He inspired many leaders and taught them about courage, strategy, and the importance of making fair laws. Napoleon's story is a reminder that everyone can have dreams and make a mark on the world. And so, the story of Napoleon Bonaparte continues to inspire people even today.